On today's NHL 21 Challenge video, we're going to find out if it's possible to win a Stanley Cup in 10 years with only tall players. Let's get into it. Herotheycallme. Hey, let's play. I'm Herotheycallme. In the last challenge video that we did a Only Russians challenge to see if we can win a cup with only Russian players, and we were able to get that done. So today we're going to do the reverse of the Short Kings challenge that we did a few weeks back. This time we're going to be the Iceland Tall Stars. Yeah, clever name, right? And we're going to see if we can win with only tall players. Tall players are going to be people that are above 6'2", so 6'2" and over, essentially. So no 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2" and higher. If the team doesn't have a player that's over 6'2", then I'll draft the best available player. But I'm pretty sure everyone should have at least one player over 6'2". So anyways, let's turn off half of this stuff here that I don't want on. Player morale, we'll turn that off, and let's get into it. So here we are on the expansion draft floor. We're going to start the Anaheim Ducks. We'll move our way all the way through every team. We'll pick anyone who's over 6'2" on each team. Pretty simple. Let's get into it. So for the Ducks, I'm going to take, obviously, Josh Manson on defense. I'm going to take Lawson Krause out of Arizona. He's 6'4". It's a big boy. I'm going to take Brandon Carlo out of Boston, 6'5" defenseman. I'm going to take Linus Ullmark from Buffalo. Take Josh Levio from Calgary. Super easy choice in Carolina. I'm going to take Dougie Hamilton. I'm going to take Colin Delia out of Chicago. I'm going to take the big boy, Valeri Nichushkin, out of Colorado. I'm going to take Boone Jenner out of Columbus just because I like saying the name Boone. Dallas Stars make it super easy. I'm taking Dennis Gurianov. I'm going to take Bobby Ryan out of Detroit. I'm going to take Jujhar Khaira out of Edmonton because all their big boys are overpaid. I'm going to take Samuel Montembeault out of Florida here. I'm going to take Curtis McDermott from LA. I'm going to take Carson Soucy out of Minnesota. I'm going to take Yoel Armia out of Montreal. Mattias Ekholm out of Nashville, obviously. Miles Wood from New Jersey. I'm going to take Ilya Sorokin out of New York. Take Julien Gauthier off the Rangers here. I'm going to take Nick Paul off the Senators. I'm going to take Nolan Patrick from the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to take Tristan Jarry from the Penguins just because I can. I'm going to take Trevor Carrick out of San Jose. I'm going to take Zach Sanford from St. Louis. I'm going to take Patty Maroon from the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm going to take Jumbo Joe Thornton out of Toronto. Once again, we're obviously going to take Thatcher Demko out of Vancouver. Trevor Van Riemsdyk from the Capitals. I'm going to take Christian Jaros from Ottawa. And with our last pick, we're going to take the big boy Adam Lowry from Winnipeg. So there is our full team. If you feel like pausing the video and taking a full look, there they are. Let's get into it, shall we? So we managed to get the first overall pick here. I'm going to see if the players available are actually tall or not. I'm not sure if we'll even have that information for us, but we'll see. 5'9" is the number one guy. 6 foot, 6'1", 5'10", 6 foot, and 6'4". So I feel like we're going to trade this off, try to get a big name player. We're going to try our first round pick for Alexander Barkov. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that worked. I'm going to try Tristan Jarry in a second for Parenko and Gillies. I'm going to try to get Cody Glass for a third, fourth, Ullmark and Gillies. And I threw in a first pick in 2024. And we got it. I'm going to try to get Rasmus Ristolainen for 5th, 6th, 7th, Julien Gauthier in a second round next year. Nice. Dennis Gurianov is signed with us after being an RFA. So is Samuel Montembeault. We signed Zdeno Chara and Dustin Byfuglien. Alright, so here's our team in the first season. We got Barkov, Thornton, Jenner, Patrick, and Lowry as our centers. And we have Sanford, Levio, Maroon, Wood, and Krause as our left wings. Right wings, we got Gurianov, Ryan, Armia, and Nichushkin. Defensively, we got Ekholm, Hamilton, and Parayko, Ristolainen, Chara, Carlo, and Manson. Our defense is definitely our bread and butter thus far. And then we got Sorokin and Demko in nets. So I think it might take a while for us to build up a proper offense, but we have Barkov with Sanford and Gurianov as our top line, Jenner, Thornton, and Ryan. We got Miles Wood, Nolan Patrick, Joel Armia, Levio, Lowry, and Nichushkin as our fourth. Defensively, we are pretty damn good. Ekholm, Hamilton, Chara, and Parenko, which are a big-time shutdown unit right there. And then we got Manson and Ristolainen, who are great together as well. So, real good defense. And then in nets, I believe Demko is starting over Sorokin. Okay, so there we have that. Two young goalies, both battling for spots on the roster. I'm not sure how our offense is going to do. It'll be interesting to see. They are a bunch of big boys. We'll see if they could bash people around. But let's go to the trade deadline and see how we're doing. We're at the deadline right now. You can see we have 61 points, 62 games. Not great. We're actually tied with Chicago. Doesn't look like we're going to catch up to Colorado. We're 9 points back, and then Nashville's got more points on them. If we were closer to Colorado, maybe I'd try for it, make some trades and try to get us there. But I think I'm just going to trade off all like the 1 year guys, guys I don't plan on building around anyways, and see what we can get from them. Or maybe not, because I'm looking at right now, we're 8th place in the West. There's a chance we can still make it. We don't really have that superstar on our team right now. Like, Barkov has the most points at 48, but Nolan Patrick's having a hell of a year as a third line center for us, 46 points right now. Our goalies seem to be doing the job as well, at least Demko was. It looked like Sorokin might have got injured. He is still injured. So, I don't know, maybe we'll trade Sorokin. I'm going to try to trade for Evander Kane with $2 million of his salary retained for Sorokin, 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth. Then we'll try it with $1 million. There we go. And try to get Brady Tkachuk for 1st, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 1st. Oh yeah, let's go. Levio and Sanford are both injured right now, but Brady Tkachuk jumps up to the top line to play with Barkov and Gurianov. I brought in Evander Kane to be a goal scorer, and our guy has him on the 4th line with Lowry and Bobby Ryan, so I don't know, maybe they'll fix it when the other guys come back, because he's definitely not a 4th line player. Defensively, we're still extremely strong, and now in nets, we have Demko and Montembeault. So we'll see if we can make a push for the playoffs. If not, I brought in some guys that I think will help our team. So it appears I made the wrong decision because we finished 32, 40, and 10. That's just awful. Alex Barkov led our team in points. Evander Kane was 2nd, so at least we have that. Dennis Gurianov finished 51. We'll see what's in the free agency in the next season here, and we'll decide where to go from there. Brandon Carlo's coming back. Samuel Montembeault is coming back. Joel Armia is coming back. Christian Jaros is coming back. Nolan Patrick's coming back, and so is Thatcher Demko. Dougie Hamilton's coming back. And here's a list of all the players I can't re-sign, just so you know, because I don't have the money to do so. Ujar Karas coming back. So right now, going into free agency, you can see our depth right now. Our center depth's not too bad. Our left wingers are pretty decent as well. Our right wingers, not too bad either. We could obviously use like a big guy on that end though. The wrist line, Ekholm, Hamilton, and Parayko, Carlo, and Manson as our defense, with Suchi as our extra. So we don't really need too much. I might try to get rid of Hamilton though, because I signed him to a 1-year deal at $5.1 million. But we'll see. See what's out there. And I'm not sure about Evander Kane. I'll take a look at him eventually. We also got a new coach, which is nice. We got Adam Lowry coming back, so that's a decent depth centerpiece. And Wayne Simmons is also coming, so that's a depth right winger. So here's what we're rolling with this season. Our 2nd year, we got Barkov, Patrick, Cody Glass. Nolan Patrick jumped to 86, which is amazing. Cody Glass, Boone Jenner, and Adam Lowry as our centers, though Boone Jenner can play left wing as well. Left wingers, we got Tkachuk, Evander Kane, Miles Wood, Patrick Maroon, and Lawson Krause. Right wingers, we got Gurianov, Simmons, Nishkinen, and Joel Armia. Defense, we got Ristolainen, Ekholm, Hamilton, Parayko, Carlo, Manson, and Suchi. And our lines are looking like Brady Tkachuk, Barkov, and Gurianov are going to be our top line. We'll see how that does for us. Evander Kane, Nolan Patrick, and Wayne Simmons is our secondary lineup. Boone Jenner, Cody Glass, and Joel Armia. Miles Wood, Adam Lowry, and Valerie Nishkinen are our bottom line. Pretty good team on paper. Defensively, oof, that's not what I like to see. We got Ekholm and Ristolainen as a -1. Parayko and Hamilton are a +1, and then Carlo and Manson are a -2. And then next, of course, we got Thatcher Demko and Samuel Montembeault to be our 2 goalies. I'm not sure how we're going to do. I feel like we're decent enough to make the playoffs, but we'll see. Obviously, we'll make a decision by the trade deadline if we're going to move some more people out or if we're going to try to bring someone big in. Well, here we are at the trade deadline, and as you can see, we have 70 points. Chicago right behind us with 69. Same amount of games played. Colorado's not too far off as well. So it's another do I or don't I? Do I try to make it to the playoffs, or do I trade off everyone with the 1-year contracts? I'm going to look to see who has 1-year contracts, see if I could flip them maybe for someone with more term, but I don't know. Maybe I'll see if there's a big-name player that can help me out on the back end. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll take a look. Alexander Barkov is leading our team in points again with 68, over a point per game. Dennis Gurianov's got 50 points. That's pretty damn good. Brady Tkachuk's got 48, not too bad as well. And then we're getting some decent scoring from our second line unit as well, so that's definitely a big help. And Dougie Hamilton is our best scoring defenseman, and Rasmus Ristolainen's only a couple points behind him. But he's also injured. Thatcher Demko not doing too well in his save percentage, but the goalies are just terrible in these sims. I don't know what it is. They could be a 99 overall goalie, and they still might put up a 900 save percentage. We're going to move Dougie Hamilton and Evander Kane for Lindholm and Raquel and see if we can get that. And it went through. Good. So Raquel takes the place of Evander Kane on the second line left wing now, which gives them a +1. Defensively, we go down to a -3 down here, but we have an injury right now to Lindholm and to Ristolainen. So when they come back, hopefully it'll boost us up, and we'll have a really good defensive core. We re-signed Alexander Barkov. We re-upped Rickard Rakell and Hampus Lindholm after trading for them. Josh Manson as well, all of our Ducks. Rasmus Ristolainen is coming back as well, so is Niskanen, so is Kraus, so is Parayko, so is Cody Glass. Boone Jenner's coming back as well, and so is Mattias Ekholm. We missed out on a playoff spot by 4 points this year, well, at least 4 for a guaranteed one. We'll see if we were close to the 8th spot. Anaheim actually made it, of course they did. They beat us by 1 point. So the funny thing is, we traded Anaheim, Evander Kane, and Dougie Hamilton, and Hampus Lindholm injured for the rest of the season. Probably should have, that's bad GMing on my part, but I feel like it'll help us in the long run. Alexander Barkov finished with 90 points. Rickard Rakell had 74 points this season, which is pretty damn good. Brady Tkachuk with 63. Gary Anov finished with 62. Wayne Simmons finished with 56. And Nolan Patrick with 50, so it's not too terrible. Cody Glass is up here as well. I want to see how many points Rakell did with us, though, compared to playing with Anaheim. 11 points in 20 games with us, 2 goals, 9 assists, and 63 points in 63 games Anaheim, so fell off a bit when he came over. The Anaheim Ducks were led by Evander Kane. We'll see how he did when he moved over. 19 for 19, so yeah, he went point per game on their team. And Dougie Hamilton kind of cooled down a bit, 5 points in 19 games. That a little insult to injury. Anaheim Ducks won the Stanley Cup, so yeah. I'm going to try to trade a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th for Keandre Miller. I'm not going to sign anybody through our UFAs right here. I know Wayne Simmons has played well for us, but I don't want to pay a 33-year-old $5.6 million. So as you can see right now, we got Barkov, Patrick, Glass, Jenner, and Lowry still as our center depth. Left wings, we got Rakell, Tkachuk, and Kraus, so we could use another left winger. Right wingers, we got Gurianov, Armia, and Niskanen, so we could use another right winger as well. Then we have Ristolainen, Ekholm, who I think I'm going to trade. I signed him to a 1-year deal just so I could flip him. He's at $4.9 million. I could use that cap space. Lindholm, Parayko, Carlo, who I might get rid of as well. Manson as our defense core, like we had last season. And then Sauchi as our other defenseman. And then, of course, in nets, we still have Demko and Montembeault. All right, I'm going to try Mattias Ekholm, Josh Manson, a 3rd, 4th, and a 5th for Travis Sanheim. Rickard Rakell for Kevin Miller and Jake Sanderson. Signed Ryan Pollock in free agency. And Alex Ovechkin. That is why I traded Evander Kane, Rickard Rakell, to get cap space to sign that boy. We signed Mikhail Grigorenko, Bobby Ryan, Brian Boyle, and Corey Perry. Then we signed Mikko Koskinen to be our 3rd string goalie. Alright, so for this year we have Barkov at 92, Nolan Patrick at 86, Cody Glass at 85, Boone Jenner at 82, and then Lowry at 79. And then we also have Brian Boyle in the farm team. On the left we have Ovechkin, Tkachuk, and Kraus. And then at right, we have Gurianov, Armia, Ryan, Niskanen, Perry, and Grigorenko. You can see our right side is pretty damn weak, but it is what it is. Then defensively, we're pretty strong with Sanheim, Ristolainen, Lindholm, and Parayko, Carlo, and Pollock, and then Kevin Miller as our extra. And then in nets, we have Demko and Montembeault. All right, so our coach has Barkov, Ovechkin, and Gurianov as our top line, which is a -1 attached to it, which kind of blows, but still decent. Then we have a +1 on the second line with Tkachuk, Patrick, and Cody Glass, who they threw up on the right wing. And then Bobby Ryan, Boone Jenner, Corey Perry, which is another +1 as our third line. Then we have Armia, Lowry, and Grigorenko as our 4th. Defensively, no minuses, which is what I like to see. Sanheim and Ristolainen are 86 apiece, top line. Lindholm and Parayko get a +3. And then Carlo and Pollock will be our shutdown unit. I don't know, I like this team. I feel like they have a chance, but now that I've said that, we're probably going to finish last in the league. Having a much better season than we usually do. We have 78 points right now in 62 games played, but it's still relatively close between a guaranteed playoff spot and not. Chicago's only 4 points behind us at the same amount of games played. Kind of surprised not to see Ovechkin at the top or even close. He's actually 4th, but he's doing his part. He's played 48 games. He's at 53 points, so he might have been injured for a bit there. Tkachuk, Patrick, Barkov, my younger guys leading the team, so that's a good sign, right? I feel like my priority in this trade deadline is to go out and get a pretty high-end right winger. That's probably the best bet to do. And our goaltenders are playing well as well, so we're going to look for a good, tall right winger. Well, I couldn't find any real top-line right wingers. I did find Tom Wilson, who's a pretty big boy that I think would help us in a playoff run if we were able to get to the playoffs. So we're going to try 1st, 6th, 7th, and Kevin Miller for him. We got him. We're going to try Boone Jenner 5th, 6th, and 7th next year for Svechnikov, and Detroit's 3rd next year. All right, so our lines for the rest of the year will look like Ovechkin, Barkov, Gurianov, Wilson, Patrick, and Chuck. Obviously, it takes away our +1, I think, that we had here, but I feel like this is a better lineup, more depth anyways. Ryan, Glass, Svechnikov, Armia, Lowry, and Kraus. And defensively, we got Sanheim, Ristolainen, Parayko, Lindholm, Carlo, and Polak still, so we're good there. And Jake Sanderson is actually our extra now. And Montembeault is coming back on a new contract. So is Koskinen. So is Lawson Krause, and Thatcher Demko, and Alexander Ovechkin, and Keandre Miller. Well, it took 3 seasons, but we managed to get into the playoffs for the first time. The Iceland Tall Stars did. Barkov led our team in points again with 78, so good on him. Ovechkin had 67, so did Nolan Patrick. Nolan Patrick has been a pretty good star for us, considering we just got him straight out of the draft, which is quite nice. Brady Tkachuk, once again, putting up decent numbers, as he always does every year. Same with Gurianov. Goalies both finished over 900. That's all I want to see out of them, so that's good. And we're facing the Winnipeg Jets in the first round with possibility of Colorado or Nashville in the second. I assume Dennis Gurianov got hurt because he's not in the lineup, but it makes our top 3 lines become +1s across the board, which is kind of nice. Defensively, Sanheim, Ristolainen still healthy there, and same people in nets, I imagine, unless there's been injuries that I'm unaware of. There hasn't. Let's see what Winnipeg has. I feel like we play against Winnipeg every time. They always got a stacked team, so we'll see. Not so much this time. Nikolai Ehlers, Mason Appleton, Patrick Laine, they got Wheeler, Roslovic, and Connor. Vesalainen, Perfetti, and David Perron, Gauthier, Nikolai Waugh, and Brandon Saad. Moresi and Pionk, Dylan DeMello, Niku, Gavrikov, and Irwin. And I'm assuming Hellebuyck and nets. Yeah. A good goaltending. Their offense is kind of okay, and their defense is kind of okay. I feel like we should win this. So let's see if big boy hockey really is playoff hockey. We'll still make the first 4 games. If we get swept, we get swept. Down 4-1 already to start, a 2-1 overtime win, 4-3 win, and 3-2 win. So that's a good sign. Automatically brings us to 7 games if we don't win here, and we do. Perfect. So we lost the first one, but realized that we're big boys and we got to bang bodies and won the next 2. We got the Colorado Avalanche in the next round, as you can see. They won in a 7-game series against Nashville. Hopefully they're a bit banged up after that one. Possibility of Vancouver or Chicago after that. We're back at full power as Gurianov is back in the lineup. Defense is still the same and goaltending is still the same. Colorado Avalanche have Landeskog, McKinnon, and Rantanen. They're a dynamic trio. McKinnon's a 98 overall, so it's always tough to beat the Colorado Avalanche when they have Nathan McKinnon on the team. Mika Koivu, Burakovsky, I should say, Donskoy, Simmons, Joust, and Newhook, and they got Pavelski, Compher, and Hartman. They definitely have a better top line than us, that's for sure. Defensively, they got Bowen, Byram, and Makar. That's going to be a freaking dynamic duo in the future. Graves and Timmins, Johnson and Gerard, they got a good decor, and in nets, they fix their goalie issues. They have Jonas Coruscant. This is going to be a difficult one, I think. And here we go. Will the Colorado Avalanche be a bigger foe to us? We won the first game, we lost the second one, lost the third one, lost the fourth one, so it could be the reverse of what we saw last time. Let's see. Is it the reverse of what we saw last time, or will we miraculously come back and get to 7 games? Nope, we get eliminated. Sucks to suck. As we head into our 4th year, you can see that our center depth, really good for our top 3 centers, but we need to at least pick up 2 more for depth reasons, obviously. Left wingers, we got Ovechkin, Tkachuk, and Krause. We could use another left wing or 2. Gurianov, Wilson, Grigorenko, and Nishkinen as our right wingers, which isn't too bad. And then defensively, our defense is pretty stacked, so I'm not too worried about that. We don't have much cap space. Well, 10 million is a lot, but not enough to sign like a big name guy, but we'll see what we can do to round out the roster a bit. Rupi Hintz is coming aboard, and so is Evgeny Malkin. David Kampf is coming aboard, and Tom Kuhlnackle as well. Gonna try Colton Parayko, a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for Dylan Strome. Nice. Gonna try to get Taylor Radish for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Then we're gonna try to get Sven Ahoen from Buffalo here. And give them a 6th, a 7th, and a 2nd. And then I signed Taylor Radish as well, so now we have him locked up. Alright, so here are our players for year 4. We got Barkov, Glass, Patrick, Strome, Hintz, and Malkin. Pretty strong down the middle. Left wings, we got Ovechkin, Tkachuk, and Krause. Right wings, we got Gurianov, Wilson, Radish, Grigorenko, and Nishkinen. And then defensively, we got Ristolainen, Sanheim, Lindholm, Carlo, Sanderson, Keandre Miller, and Ahoen as well. So it looks like our lines are going to be Ovechkin, Barkov, Tkachuk, Gurianov, Glass, Strome, Hintz, Patrick, Radish, Wilson, Malkin, Grigorenko. That's a crazy 4th line. Defensively, we got Sanheim, Ristolainen, Lindholm, and Carlo, who are +3, and then Keandre Miller and Jake Sanderson, who are getting to play with each other for the first time in their careers. So I think we have a pretty good team. We still have the same 2 goalies and nets, which should be a better season than last season, but you never know with this game. Having a hell of a season so far. 62 games played. We got 82 points. Not best in our division, though. That goes to Winnipeg, who have 3 more points than us in 62 games played, but not too bad. Ovi's leading the way at age 38. He's got 37 goals, 39 assists for 76 points. Barkov right behind him and Tkachuk behind him. So our top line getting it done. We've got Malkin, who's playing 4 line minutes. He's got more points than most of the kids on the team, which is great. How are the goalies doing, though? Thatcher Demko, and they're both doing well, very well, actually, so that's good to see. We managed to take that top spot from the Winnipeg Jets, 115 points, 56 wins on the season, hell of a season for the Tall Stars. Can't wait to get swept in the first round. We also clinched the conference as well, which is amazing. Ovi finished with 96 points, Barkov with 93. Malkin had a hell of a season too, with 74. He had 42 goals, crazy. We got the Dallas Stars in the first round of the playoffs with a possible Colorado or Winnipeg matchup in the second round. You can see we're going into the playoffs with 2 injuries. We're missing Tkachuk on the top line, and the bottom line we're missing Evgeny Malkin, so that's not a good look for us. Defensively, we seem to be... Oh, no, we're missing Jake Sanderson, but still, relatively healthy for the most part. And then in nets, Thatcher Demko is here. I'm going to go check on the injury report. Brady Tkachuk is out till June 18th, so pretty much the entire playoffs. I think the entire playoffs, even if it goes the distance, close to it anyways. And Evgeny Malkin will be back on the 14th of April. The Dallas Stars have Jonathan Drouin, Tyler Seguin, Phil Kessel's the top line. It's pretty good. Johnson, Delandre, and Nito Niederreiter, Jamie Benn, Fastgun Robertson, Kemino Zemgus Girgensons, and Adam Ernie. And defensively, they got Heiskin and some random guy. I have no idea who that is. Edmondson and Grzelcyk, Harley and Vasilev. I don't know what happened to their decor. They used to have a really good decor, now they don't. And then they have Tuukka Rask, that's with Malcolm Subban. Alright, I feel like we should win this even with the injuries. And here we go. Best team in the West, which means we're going to lose the first, or the 8th seed, most likely, overtime loss. Oh, a win. Okay, that's nice. And a loss. And another loss. Yeah, so we have to get to Game 7. Probably not going to happen. 5-2 win. 4-3 overtime loss. That's what I thought. 4-3 overtime win. Okay. I said loss, but it's a win. I just assumed they were going to lose because I'm so used to losing in these stupid when you're number 1 seed teams. But we got Game 7 against the Dallas Stars. Hopefully the tall Stars can make the normal Stars look like plebs and we'll win this game easily. Dallas gets a power play early in the game though. Nothing doing there though, thank God. Shots in favor of Dallas thus far, but they have had 2 power plays, so that makes sense. They're doubling us in shots right now. Tall Stars need to wake up, smell the coffee. Sometimes it takes the bigger bodies, some time to get going. So hopefully in the second period they show that they can play hockey. Apparently not, because Niederreiter just scored on Thatcher Demko. Don't understand how we're losing to this team. There you go. Thank you, Evgeny Malkin. That's someone that we need to score for us. A veteran presence. Can still put the puck in that. He had over 40 goals this season. If the other big-time Russian would show up, that'd be nice. That'd be Alex Ovechkin, that is. Any minute now, Big O. I don't think anyone ever called you that, but now that's your name. There's no longer the grade 8. You're the Big O. Chance of an overtime period? No, Tom Wilson. That's a big dog right there. I actually really like Tom Wilson. And then there he is, the Big O. Alex Ovechkin scoring on Tuukka Rask, giving us the 3-1 lead. Hopefully the 3-1 victory here as we have under a minute left. And yeah, all right, we're moving on to the next round. Sick. And we got the Colorado Avalanche in the next round, which I'm not too thrilled about. I believe they have... I don't think they have Nate McKinnon anymore. I think he went to New Jersey, if I recall correctly. So that's a plus, but I'm sure their team's still very, 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 very good. Like I said, I don't expect to have Brady Tkachuk at all throughout this playoff run, maybe in the finals if we get lucky. But Ovechkin's dropped to an 88 overall. I just realized he was on 90 at the beginning of the season. But we look relatively healthy on the lines here, which is nice to see. Defensively, I think we're still missing... Who are we missing here? Travis Sanheim with the lacerated arm, and he's gone for the rest of the playoffs too, so that's a huge loss. Colorado Avalanche have Landeskog, Christian Dvorak, and Mika Rantanen. Yeah, it's a pretty big downgrade when you go from McKinnon to Dvorak, but still two pretty good wingers. Connor Garland, Jost, and Mikheyev. Simmons, Alex Newhook, Sorensen, Latham, Pavelski, and Kaut. It's not terrible. Byram and Makar, which is a good duo. Gerard and Brody, Edler and Jensen. So their defense is still pretty damn good. Who do they have in nets? Corpusalo, that's right. We played them last year, if I recall correctly. And Lundqvist, who's still playing. That's miraculous. So I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. Simulate those first 4 games. 4-3 win, 5-4 overtime loss, 6-1 win, 4-2 loss. All right, it's coming down. This is an important game. We need to get the win here to put the pressure on. We do. Okay. Worst it can be is Game 7. Big win. Yes. Hell yeah, we beat Colorado. We got the Vegas Golden Knights in the finals. Possibility of either Washington or Tampa at the end of this. Rather Washington, I think. I don't know who they have on their team, but let's see if we got any beaten, battered, and bruised any more than we already are. It looks like our top lines are still the same. I don't see much of a change here. Defensively, obviously still the same. We're not going to get Travis Sanheim back anytime soon, which kind of sucks. And then the Nets, we're still good. Yeah, Demko and Montembeault, so we're fine there. The Golden Knights have Marchessault, Nugent Hopkins, and Stone as the first line. Interesting. Krebs, Carlson, and Tuck as a second. Getzlaf, Taves, and Grunstrom. That's a lot of veteran presence. Not really Grunstrom, but Taves, Getzlaf, Pacioretty as well. Barry, Boulette, and Martin Nook. Defensively, they got Shea Theodore and Pietrangelo. It's going to be a good duo in real life. Hutton and Severson, Haig and Connor Murphy. And then in the back end, they got Lanner and Wallstedt. All right, boys, 4 more games, or 4 more wins, I should say, and we're going on to the Stanley Cup Finals, so let's get it done here. I don't care about the Central Scouting rankings right now. Thank you very much. All right, we lost the first 2, but then won the next 2. That's pretty impressive. Can we get the win here? Nice. All right, once again, all we need to do is win this one. No Game 7s, please. Oh, overtime loss. Son of a bitch. Game 7 it is. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's see how we do. Oh, all right, Rupee Hintz scoring right away. That's a really good start in Game 7 if you're scoring under a minute in. Usually puts the pressure on when you do something like that. Barkov scoring again, making it 2-0 for the Tall Stars over the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's go, boys. All right, Jonathan Marchessault's trying to bring it back into reality for his team, if they could actually win this game. 2 minutes left in the first, and it is 2-1 for the Tall Stars going into the second period. Shots are relatively even. 3-1 now as Rasmus Ristolainen scores on Robin Lehner. Rasmus, not Russian Ristolainen, idiot. If anyone watched my Can You Win with Russian players, you'd understand that. 5 minutes left in the second period, out shooting them by 2 shots. Seems like that's how it's been pretty much the entire game. Vegas trying to get the lead, though. As we go into the third period, 2-goal lead. It'd be pretty embarrassing to blow it. 2-goal lead in the third period in Game 7. You know, it'd almost be as bad as like letting up like 3 or 4 goals like the Vegas Golden Knights did that one time. Taylor Radish, I should say, scoring on Robin Lehner, giving us that 3-goal lead, which is pretty much a guaranteed win. I'm going to say it is a guaranteed win. They ain't coming back. There's no way they come back. I'm like nervous as I said it, but no, we're good. We're going to the finals. And sure enough, I get the Tampa Bay Lightning as they went 4-2 over the Capitals. Let's see how they're 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. Okay. So we went 4-3, 4-2, 4-3. So by that logic, we should win 4-2. So it's pretty much guaranteed we're not getting Brady Tkachuk back. Because we're only in May right now, like late May. But the line's still the same. No other injuries that I see right now, which is good. We'll see how Tampa Bay looks. And the Tampa Bay Lightning have Yanni Gourde, Braden Point, Nikita Kucherov, so they still got their 2 main guys here. And then they have Stamkos as well. Johnson, Luff, Peary, Corrali, Heinen, Fortier, Kachuk, and Jews. I don't know how this team got so far. Hedman, Sergachev, that might have something to do with it. McDonough and Stetcher, Nemeth and Foots, and then their goalie is still Vasilevsky. Okay, so essentially they're really top line heavy. Like that first line is pretty killer. So the goal for this is obviously to shut down that top line, so we'll see if they can get it done. 3-2 loss, 5-1 win, 4-3 win. Okay, chance here to take the commanding 3-1 lead, and we get it. Chance here to win it, so we're going to go ahead and jump in and sim the game here and see if there's a chance that we win it in game, what is it, 5? Game 5, can the Tall Stars, in their 4th season, I believe it is, beat the Tampa Bay Lightning to win the Cup? What's the fastest one we've done? Dennis Gurianov hurrying up right now and giving us a 1-0 lead. I feel like 3 seasons or 2. No, it was 2 seasons, wasn't it? With the Small Kings, didn't we win 2 seasons? Or is it 3? I can't remember. But the Tall Stars trying to do it in 4 right now. Barkov up 2-0 over the Tampa Bay Lightning, the defending Stanley Cup champions in real life, that is. Obviously, their team doesn't look anything like their team right now. But we're getting outshot, but we're scoring, so that's, we're making the most of our opportunities, which is good to see. Got the power play here. Can we bury a note? Nope. Brandon Peary can, though, as he makes it 2-1, or a 1-2, I should say, for his team. 1 goal behind as we enter the third period, the all-important third period. Right now, only a 1-goal game. Can the Tall Stars, getting my names mixed up? Nope, because Steven Stamkos on the power play probably at his spot with a nice little ripper. Another power play opportunity for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they're not able to capitalize on it, but they're able to capitalize there. As Patrick Nemeth scores on Thatcher Demko, making it a 3-2 game. Anyone want to try to score for the Tall Kings? No. We're going to go to a game 6. So, onwards to game 6. We'll simulate up to there. 2 more chances at it. Nothing to worry about, boys. You'll be all right. We just want to win on home ice in Iceland, for all the Iceland faithful that showed up to our games. Another good way to start is Michael Sergachev. That's not his name. I'm falling apart, boys. Ovechkin beats Vasilevsky. Mikhail Sergachev, there you go. Kachuk scoring on Demko, making it 2-1 quickly after the power play goal. Braden Point now scoring, making it 3-1 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I guess the Tampa Bay Lightning were the best team in the league because they're just running all over us right now. 4TA. They also have home ice advantage if you didn't realize. Not a good period there. They scored 4 goals in the first period. Something I didn't want to see. Make that 5. I think this game's pretty much a wash, so we're just going to go ahead and simulate to the game 6 or 7. And here we go, game 7, boys. Hopefully you're saving your best game for last, because this would be a really embarrassing way to lose. Rasmus Ristolainen scoring on Andrei Vasilevsky, giving us a 1-0 lead. We were up, 3-1 at one point. Now we're tied, so that ain't great. 6 shots apiece. Anthony Cirelli, I guess he decided to sign back with Tampa Bay, scoring on the power play. Small boy hockey versus big boy hockey, it seems, right now. Is the way of the future the tall stars, or is it the short kings? If this game has any say, it's the short kings, because they won in 2 or 3 seasons, I believe it was. Hopefully not the case though. Tall stars, need to win a cup here. It'd be real nice. Power play, back-to-back power plays, and Nolan Patrick scoring on the power play for the tall stars. 2-1 lead going into the third, perhaps. Hopefully. All right, one more period. Can our goalie shut the door, Mr. Thatcher Demko, the Thatch man, against Tampa Bay Lightning? They got a lot of sharpshooters on the team, so we'll have to see. Oh, no, there's Nikita Kucherov showing his ugly face. Making it a 2-2 game. Power play for Tampa Bay. 5-on-3. Holy shit, and there it is. They score. I figured they were going to score. That was a long-ass power play. It looks like we're going to lose again, unless someone does something here. Oh, I'm getting Malkin, you son of a bitch. All right, let's go.
Overtime.
All right, here we go. Overtime, Game 7, Stanley Cup. It's what everyone dreams of. I feel like we've had these before. Here comes Alex Ovechkin, who's number 11 for some reason. Can we score right off the rush? That'd be great. No, terrible pass. Not my best jerseys for these tall stars. It was kind of a rush job, but not terrible. And I'm not a huge fan of them, though. I don't think I would wear these in real life. The homes are a bit better, but the aways are big steal by Barkov. Here we go. Alex Barkov trying to dangle for some reason. Terrible decision. Finds Ovechkin, though. Ovi, come on. Lindholm to Radish. Taylor Radish gets tripped up. All right, power play, boys. Here we go. This is your chance right here. All right, they got Barkov, Strome, and Malkin out here. This is the top line versus the second PK unit. This is their chance to bury one. Malkin finds it. Finds Gurianov. Strome. Oh, big save, Vasilevsky. Gurianov to Barkov. Barkov just giving it away, but gets it back, luckily. Does a dangle for no reason. Alexander Barkov through the middle. There it is. Oh, my God. How'd that not go in? He hit the post. All right, Dylan Strome with the puck. 40 seconds left. Strome finding the man. Oh, what a pass. Dylan Strome to Barkov. There we go, baby. Tall stars. The tall stars do it. I can't believe that pass went all the way through. Dylan Strome. What a beaut. There you go, boys. All the tall guys getting the victory. Everyone over 6'2" on this team. 6'2" or taller, I should say. A couple of young guys, and Jake Sanderson and Keandre Miller on the back ends. We made that decision to get rid of some of the veterans that were overpaid to bring in those guys, and it seemed to have worked for us. There's Keandre Miller celebrating. Tampa Bay Lightning not getting their greasy mitts on the cup anytime soon. We get to see who the Conn Smythe is. Conn Smythe Award winner, that is. I like how tall Braden Point is in this lineup. He should be much shorter than that. Considering all these guys are 6'2" and taller, and Braden Point's like 5'8" or 5'9" or some shit. Actually, I think he might be 5'10". I think I'm giving him a little less height than he has. Danton Heinen, Bruins legends. Dylan Strome's the Conn Smythe winner. Boy is way too overrated in this game. 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points in the finals. Pretty good for 7 games, 9 points. Here comes the big boy trophy, the one that we've been trying to get for the past 4 seasons. Fortunately, we couldn't do it in Iceland because we choked that away, but gonna win it here in Tampa Bay. As I believe Alexander Barkov is gonna come out and get the cup, if I'm not mistaken. The fans are very enthralled here in Tampa Bay. Just sitting here doing nothing. That's supposed to be Alexander Barkov? Man, the face scans in this game are terrible. That's awful. That's really bad. But as you can see, it obviously should be pretty damn clear to all of you right now that it is 100% possible to win a Stanley Cup with only tall players. So if you have any scenarios that you want me to try in the future, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. And I will, check them out and see if it's possible to do those, because I'm running out of ideas already. But yeah, who is that? Is that a Hoenen? Is that who that puck is? Yeah, that's the guy that we want the puck. The youngest player on the team gets the cup next. That makes a lot of sense. Though he does have an old man mustache, so that might be the reasoning behind it. Yeah, 4 years. Not too shabby. Another challenge done. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Share it with your friends, because, these videos get like 12 views, and I put way too much work into them for the 12 views. So I'll catch you guys on the next challenge video, whatever it may be, or the next career resim. So until next time, I'm Herotheycallme, Hero for life.